back. I'm getting started on my week 41 for my 2015 album. I'm going to use my December Citrus Twist kits. I picked up well, I always get the pocket kit, and then I also picked up the sprinkles kit, which I'll show you here in a moment. These are kind of the things that came, these did not, with the kits. For December, there's some little acrylic stars, some tags, a doily, and these are the letters. It spells out heart with an X and an O. There are some wood veneer, and then the stamp set. So hopefully you can see those. That's what came with the pocket kit, as well as the cards, the cut aparts, and the paper this time is the Cedar Lane. I feel like I've had this in like 3 kits now. And I love Cedar Lane. In fact, I picked up a lot of extra stuff because I loved it so much, but I'm kind of over it. And I don't know if I'm over it or I'm just over scrapbooking fall. I'm tired of doing fall in my 2014 album and in my 2015 album. And because it is December and we just had Christmas, I guess I'm just feeling more of a Christmas mood, and I'm wanting to really get into my December dailies that I wanted to work on. And yes, I said December dailies. I still have 2013 and 2014 to complete. So everything's organized and ready to go. I just haven't got them started. So yeah, so Cedar Lane paper pad, and then I had from my Take 10 kit, I think it was either October or November, it was Cedar Lane. I had the washi, and then I had a couple of little die cuts left over from that kit, and that's about all I have left of my Cedar Lane stuff. So I'm just kind of adding that to the tray. And then I also picked up the sprinkles kit this month. There was some extra wood veneer, very good for fall. Not sure why those were in a December kit. I kind of was disappointed that there wasn't some more Christmassy kind of related things. It doesn't have to be all Christmassy, but if there could have just been something, I don't know. I feel like they could have done something more than just more fall stuff. And maybe it's just because I'm tired of fall and I'm into Christmas right now. But it did have these gold stars, and of course some more of these that are again like falling leaves and things like that, which is honestly fine because I haven't even scrapbooked October and November yet. So I don't know, maybe I just have a bad attitude. But yeah, that was the sprinkles kit this month, and so I did pick that up. I thought that was super cute. I also picked up some other stuff, an extra stamp set for our Disney album, and some of the Pink Fresh letters, kind of like thickers. And this, I'm so mad, but one of these plasticky things was open and it stuck to the card. I'm sure I'll still use it, but these are the cards that came in, and they coordinate perfectly with the Cedar Lane paper packet. But as you can see, really nothing like even wintry or Christmassy. And I know that like they had a separate December kit, and like Take 10 had a separate December kit. But I don't know, I guess I just thought there'd be something a little more Christmassy in this kit, but nothing. So hopefully January will have some good you know, some wintry type stuff. I really like to document like the snow and my kids playing in the snow and things like that. And not that I need more Christmas stuff, because oh my gosh, if you guys could see my desk right now, I have a pile of what I'm using for my 2013, what I'm using for my 2014, what I'm using for my 2015 December dailies. And yeah, it looks like a Christmas scrapbook store like threw up all over my desk right now. So it's not that I don't have those things. It's just sometimes, I don't know what it was. I just have a bad attitude. So I'm just going to get started organizing my photos. I will speed up the video at this point, so you don't have to sit here and listen to me ramble, and I'll do a voiceover. So anyway, I will get to work trying to organize and figure out how I'm going to lay out these pictures. I have a lot for this time. Okay, so I'm just going to trim the pictures that don't go together necessarily. Sometimes I put them together kind of like a collage if I want them to be together. And I took a lot of pictures. We went to a wedding and I did a photo shoot and took a bunch of pictures of some squirrels or a squirrel. It was a black squirrel. It's kind of a rare thing around here. So anyway, um, so you can kind of tell, and I think I've mentioned this before, when I do my pictures, I don't like two cards to be right next to each other or two pictures to be right next to each other unless there's something that I collaged. And for the most part, I'm just going to use the cards that came with the December kit instead of using a lot of the paper. So, um, you can kind of see that that's what I'm doing here, just kind of adding some of these wood veneer. And I don't know why, but I just had a really hard time with these pages. I just had a hard time figuring out how I wanted to embellish them and what I wanted to put with each photo and how I wanted to do that. So, like my usual, I kind of skip around. I decided I wanted that little pinwheel on my title card, and then I moved back to this card here, and I'm just going to add the little leaf. This was kind of the first picture where I felt like the leaves were actually falling. It's a little late this year. It just kind of seemed to take forever for the leaves to change color. So anyway, a lot of wood veneer with this kit this time. Of course, I did order that sprinkles kit that came with some too. So just adding those to some of my photos. I love these little puffy stickers and little gold stars that came with the sprinkles kit, so I'll use those quite a bit, probably too much. I've been trying to kind of, I guess, tone down some of my layouts. I feel like for a while, I was really just using a ton of embellishments, and I don't know, I like a simpler look. In fact, I notice when I go on Pinterest and I'm pinning ideas, I'm pinning much simpler looking pages. So I think that's kind of what I'm going for anymore, but and simpler's faster too, which who doesn't love getting pages done quickly? So anyway, I'm going to use some of this washi that I got with the Take 10 kits. I'm going to use that just to put some dates on my pictures. And you probably can't even see that on the washi. And then I have a horrible time. My stamp set on that little sticker, and it doesn't take much for it to not work. It has to be perfectly flat in order for that to work. So anyway, I think this page is just about done. I did add some journaling there off camera. I was having some problems with my phone when I did that, so just kind of showing these real quick. And oh my gosh, I got my nails done for a Disney trip that we took, and I have the worst time trying to pick cards up with these stupid fake nails, so probably won't see those for very much longer. But anyway, so now I'm going to move on to, I think I do the last page and then I go back to the insert. So this week is kind of long. I did have one insert. I used a Design H insert, and so yeah, but I know like my week 42, I was able just to do a 2-page spread, which was kind of nice, and that came together really, really fast. And I will have that video up shortly after this video. So here again, I'm just kind of figuring out what pictures I have, and then you'll kind of see I grab my little template to make sure that I'm going to be able to get all of my pictures in that I want to get. And as I do that, I realize it's fine, and so then I move on to this last page. And my insert that I actually do really, really simple, almost too simple, but I'm at this point just hoping to get everything done. Right now, as it stands, my 2015 album is about 10 weeks behind, and I'd like to get that closer to where we are right now. If I could at least get October and November finished, that would be awesome. So here I've chosen a couple of papers, and then I have my cards that I am corner rounding, and I will get to embellishing. I really liked the cut aparts this month. I love those little tags. And a little quick tip when you have little tags like that, and you'll kind of see here in a moment when I cut some of those out. You can use just a regular hole punch to do the little, like the little curvy pieces. I don't know about you, but I'm horrible at cutting on a curve. I cannot cut a straight circle to save my life. So you'll see here when I cut this little tag out, there's those little notches that are in there, and I'm just going to use my hole punch to notch those out. Really simple, a lot easier than trying to just freehand that with my scissors. So I kind of played around. I realized that this had a little blank underneath it, and so I was trying to figure out what words I wanted to say. It was a picture of my mom and me and my daughter watching the Husker football game during a reception, a wedding reception that we went to. And actually, in all fairness, it wasn't during the reception. We were waiting for them to get there. So everyone was just kind of sitting around. We weren't really eating, we weren't drinking or anything. We were just sitting and waiting for the wedding party to get there. So we did turn it off and just kind of checked for highlights later on. And we listened to the rest of the game on the way home, which we lost. So, it wasn't really worth watching during a wedding, but we didn't watch during the wedding. It was just while we were waiting. So I create kind of like a little mini page up there, just saying like that, we're always a fan, whether we're at a wedding or not. But and then I put the word boo there on that card just because we lost that game. And I'm trying to think of what else I do here. I use some of the washi. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to use this little always word. This is a set of thickers that I got. I think I got those from Peachy Cheap. Those were my thickers that I got, and one of the packs had the same, like when you get them, they're two separate sheets and they're two different sheets, but one of my packs actually had the same sheet in there. So I had two of the same and I was missing the other one. And they sent those out to me. I think I had them within 2 days. So I was really pleased with that. Their customer service is great. Sometimes it takes a while to get the stuff you order from them, but when you have a problem, they fix it right away. And I was shocked when those came and it was just a day or two that I had my replacement thickers. So just adding some journaling here that says always a fan. And I think I go and add my date stamp to all of these pictures. And that's going to just about wrap it up. I do add some journaling to the squirrel, just kind of explaining what we were doing. And I add this little tag. Again, I'm using my hole punch to get those little notches cut out. And just going to add something about the beautiful sunset that we saw on our drive home from Iowa. And yeah, add some journaling to the squirrel, and then I'll be moving on to the inserts. So I will show you some close-ups of these cards as well before I move on to the insert. Cute little squirrel. Oh, and then I decided to add one of these little acrylic stars. I kind of forgot about them. I was kind of going nuts using my little gold stars, and I kind of forgot about these little pink acrylic stars. So I added those, and then I realized that I needed to attach those. I just used a little piece of scrap paper to glue those together so that they don't slide around in the 4x6 pocket. So I think that's about it for those, and then I'm going to move on to my insert. So again, like I said, this is a Design H insert, and I have two of the cards. I'm still not real happy with this little page. I shouldn't have used that card in the middle. There's just too much white, I think, and it's even hard to see what the card says on the video. And the little phrase on the card didn't really even fit with what I was writing, but I don't know, I may go back and just change that to a simple card and just cut the journaling out and attach it to a different card. I was just journaling about the fact that I had an upper respiratory tract infection, wasn't feeling good, And then the bottom one was, I finally got out my sewing machine, which I need to use that again on some of my layouts. I think the day I set it up, I think I made 2 or 3 different pages and I used it like crazy. I kind of go in spurts like that. If I get a new tool or something fun, I use it a bunch and then I don't use it for a long time, but that's okay. So I'm just getting out my labels. I kind of ran out of labels from the cut aparts, so I have my own little labels. And that little tin is magnetic and it actually attaches to the side of my Rascog cart. So trying to go through and pick out some cards. See, this time I chose one that was a little bit more colorful along with the one that has the little bird. Oh, and I'm so excited. I just read on the Citrus Twist fan page that they are going to be changing their cards. You may have heard me say before how the cards are single-sided, and they are going to start making them double-sided. I am so excited. I didn't see if they were going to be like the same on both sides, just one portrait, one landscape, or how that was going to go, but they also are changing to a thicker paper, so I'm really excited about that too, because a lot of times I go to put these in my pocket and they bend just because they're a little bit flimsier. I always love the designs on them, but yeah, I'm super excited. They're also going to be adding a couple of 4x6 cards in with the kits, which they've never done before. Right now you just get some 4x6 cardstock, and I honestly never use it. I probably should, but I'm just not a plain cardstock kind of, I like my pattern paper. So I've got another label there from the cut aparts that I'm going to add. I just used my mini stapler to add those and add a little arrow pointing up because I'm journaling about the picture above that. It was, we cleaned out one of my daughter's dressers. Pretty much everything in her dresser went in 2 bags to be donated. So yeah, it's time to get caught up on that. I had a picture of a lane that I drive down when I go pick up my daughter from school. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back with another video soon.